starting to realize that not everybody deserves the platform that they have, yeah. Because these leaked videos of Chrisean Rock have just been getting worse and worse, bro. It's almost like every week we're reacting to another viral video of Chrisean Rock exposing her true colors. And that's not to sit here and act like we're perfect. Nobody is perfect. But I genuinely feel like there are just certain things that shouldn't be going viral. Like her getting drunk while she's pregnant, that shouldn't be a thing, yeah. That should not be going all over social media because this girl has influence. And there are going to be a lot of women who try to follow the behavior or adopt the mindset that Chrisean pushes to the public. Now we're about to hop into this video, the disturbing truth about Chrisean Rock, because the leaked clips in this video right here are definitely going to change. If you already see her in a certain way, it's definitely going to just make it worse, bro. Like it's kind of crazy to see. Make sure you guys leave a like down below, subscribe if you haven't already. But check this out, yeah.
Oh, this is for the seriously unemployed at this point. Chrisean Rock has spent the last year telling everybody she has changed. She put down the drinking, she put down the abusive lifestyle that she was living, found God, she's picked up motherhood, and she will no longer be the Chrisean Rock that got her famous.
So we're gonna do Bible studies, chat. I locked in, I consecrated, I fast, I prayed, I did it a lot.
And for what it's worth, over here at the Unemployed News Network, we applaud change. Right? We hate when we go into our favorite restaurant or favorite store and they have a sign that says, hey, we have no more pennies. We like change. But the problem is that she never really took accountability for the things that she did and the actions that she had that would probably lead to her down this path of destruction in the first place. We're talking about the fights. We're talking about the arrest. We're talking about the way she behaved while she was pregnant.
Bro, peak pregnancy, by the way. Why are you in the club, my baby? Why are you? Bro, the baby is more lit than I am. I've been to less clubs than her baby has before it was born, bro. I haven't even been to this many clubs. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't go out. The baby got more motion than me.
And because you never really take full accountability and address those demons that have been chasing you, ultimately, after time has gone on, those things will come back to haunt you quick, fast, and in a hurry. Chrisean is now back on the internet having these public crash outs and is fighting in the streets. Come on now. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Oh, get right. Oh.
The fact that she pulled up to another woman's baby shower just to fight the people that are there says a lot about her character. I would never talk to a woman who carries herself in that manner. That's not even a woman. That is a man. Chrisean Rock. Chris Rock. I'm calling her Chris Rock from now on, bro. That's Chris Rock, bro.
Real punches. Oh my God, that's the car door. Ooh, there's a real fighting. I know exactly what's going on here. So maybe Chrisean didn't become a different person. Maybe she just gave the same person a new image. Chrisean Rock is notorious, for lack of a better word, on the internet. All the public crash outs, the relationship with Blueface that was toxic, the whole thing with the pregnancy, all of that stuff. But it seems as though the internet commentary was getting to her. Maybe she was growing up, her life actions, she wanted to change them. But since the last time we covered her, she has seemingly turned her life to God. She's put down the drinking, she's put down the fighting, she's put down the smoking, she's put down all these things that were toxic in her life, and is putting a new image of a new person in front of our eyes. And for what it's worth, at first, I was happy about it.
I'm gonna start streaming from my bedroom. So we're gonna do Bible studies, chat. I locked in, I consecrated, I fast, I prayed, I did it a lot.
And this transformation is admirable. Oftentimes on the internet,
when she first started getting closer to Christ, and y'all could check my other videos I made about her months ago. When she first started posting content about her getting close to Christ, I told y'all, shout out to Chrisean Rock. This is a beautiful thing to see. People can change. You can 100% change if you wanted to change. But I don't understand how a person goes from sitting here on stream publicly saying that she's on this walk with Christ, that she's fasting, she consecrated, she got baptized, she's singing in a church publicly, and then squaring up outside of a baby shower, bro. I don't get it. Like, that's a quick switch up.
We don't give people place and space to grow and change. We kind of hold them to a standard that they once were when they were younger or in a messed
Like,
up
I want to
place
see her
in
grow,
their life
bro.
or
I
whatever.
want to see her get better.
But to me, as long as you are showing like these efforts to change who you are, then I think that people should acknowledge that and give you a round of applause. Because we've got to remember, this transformation came from years, and I do mean years, of the drinking, the behavior that was happening in the past, the fighting, the cussing, just the belligerentness. I mean, she was Zeus Network, but unscripted, and it was all on our timelines. I think the worst of it all was how she was acting during and after her pregnancy with Chrisean Rock Jr.
Chrisean Rock is a horrible fucking mother, because at the end of the day, you're sitting here talking about your son doesn't have a disability and that you don't claim that in Jesus' name. Bitch, Jesus gave you the fucking doctors to tell you that your son has disabilities. God will send people in your life to tell you certain things that you don't want to hear, but it's the form of...
If anybody needs God, it's you, my boy. Key word, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the LGBTQ HDTV community, but you gotta act like it, bro. You're a guy.
Of the truth. Several family members have told you, several friends have told you that your son has disabilities. It is okay to pray over your children. It is okay to cover your children in prayer. But what is not okay is to be a dumb fucking bitch and forced to not believe that when you was drinking, smoking, popping pills your whole fucking pregnancy because you didn't know who the father was going to be. This girl is literally a fucking walking CPS case and nobody sees it. And it's literally so aggravating because that poor baby deserves better.
Now, I will say for the most part, while she was going through this transformation, the timeline was very proud and happy of what she was doing. But for me, there was a little bit of pause. I remember just a few months ago when she went on another podcast talking about her transformation, talking about the things that she had learned and changed. But specifically when it came to this section where she was talking about her baby and how the online community is talking about whether or not the baby has mental illness, her answer to me was extremely toxic or shaky as far as what is she doing about the baby's diagnosis.
Blueface doesn't seem active in a child's life because of his disability. My son does not have a disability. He is developing at his own pace and hitting his milestones in his own timing. Every child is different, and I'm confident in his growth. If I said it, he had a disability, then he... Right, but it's like, don't tell me. I ain't saying, not even just that. It's like saying if someone, a doctor, anybody speak against your kid or yourself, then you should not accept it, bro. Yeah. Anybody, if they're guessing or whatever, no, the word said what the word said. God said what the God says.
Yeah, I was really skeptical from there. Back then, I was skeptical about her use of religion. I'm not saying that she isn't somebody who is starting to read the Bible, go to church, claim these things, etc., etc. And while finding God can give us a new image of who Chrisean is, it doesn't necessarily mean that we have a different Chrisean as a whole. It's just the same thing with different packaging. It's not that she changed because of need. She really changed because of all the internet scrutiny surrounding the commentary around all of her actions and transgressions that were going on the internet. But once you start to look at what she was changing from, I feel like the fights and the arguments and crash outs online are the least bit of concern when it comes to her. Chrisean's history is filled with extreme behavior. In 2022, she was arrested for taking a stolen G-Wagon, and also while insane, in that stolen G-Wagon, she allegedly broke into a home and write "I love blue" in reference to Blueface in blood. Now, I feel like I could make a whole video series and saga about her toxic relationship with her and her ex-boyfriend, current baby daddy, Blueface. But to be honest with you, that's not the worst of it. Parents, two consenting adults, you know, they have their own relationships. I don't necessarily agree with them, but at the end of the day, it's all consensual. The worst part about Chrisean Rock in her past is how she dealt with her soon-to-be newborn son, Chrisean Rock Jr., while she was pregnant.
Because we all was drinking, even you, with the baby and stuff. Why are you lying?
Bro, I'm convinced she's just delusional. Her friends are saying it. The internet is saying it. Her child is clearly a result of her actions, and she's still denying it, bro. That's delusional. That's like another level of delusional. If the baby was fine, maybe she could get away with it. But the baby is clearly not fine. She's not even accepting the fact that he's not fine. She's just delusional, bro. That's what it is. Shorty smoking.
Get yourself together.
Where the bottle at?
Where's
Oh
the
my
bottle?
gosh.
Drink it.
She asked for another bottle. I'm just
No, you can't have no liquor.
Yes, I can. I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me.
No,
He shut the door
you
'cause
can't
it's
have no
cold,
fucking
Tessa.
liquor.
Took a sip right there.
When they were here last time,
I don't know anybody else who drinks juice and then chases it with juice, bro. I don't know anybody else who drinks juice and chases it with juice.
Chrisean was pregnant. Y'all were doing all that smoking and drinking here in the thing.
This is Chrisean Rock smoking and drinking and clubbing and doing all these wild things while she was pregnant. This will produce that same baby who earlier in the video she denied had any sorts of disabilities. Even though she was told by multiple doctors, social media is screaming at her about what's going on here. She remained in denial, saying
bro.
that it was actually up to God. She took no accountability for the situation, saying that, hey, I'm gonna continue to drink because at the end of the day, I'm gonna get rid of it, only to keep the baby at the end of it all. And that's horrifying and disgusting. And so let's say we are in our forgiving era of it all. Let's say that, hey, you made these dumb decisions, you seem to have some sort of addiction problem, and then you found religion, and so you were able to deny the disability of it all. Even though I don't agree with any of that, let's just say we're following you down this rabbit hole. Even to this day, she is still avoiding any sorts of accountability in these actions. I guess she had finally come to the revelation that there is something wrong with the baby, that this baby does have some sort of disabilities. That's fine, that's dandy. There's actually nothing wrong with any sort of child having disabilities. What is wrong is a mother who continuously denies their actions
Facts.
in this, especially one that is
Facts.
trying to portray a new image about themselves.
And I told you guys in our last video that these videos are not made to sit here and bash Chrisean Rock. It's mainly for her to take accountability for the things that she has done so that she doesn't keep doing it in the future. So that she can start acting like a respectable mother to her child and get the child the help he needs. He's 3 years old and he can't speak or walk. You need to go to a speech pathologist. If you aren't already, you don't have to do anything. Chrisean Rock, this is like, I'm at a point in my life where I don't tell people what to do, bro. I really don't care, to be honest. You need it, but what I would do is take that baby to a speech pathologist and take that baby to some type of physical therapist to get him walking and talking, bare minimum, and worry about everything else as time goes on.
Public.
Wearing that black dress, y'all keep saying I was drinking in the club when I was pregnant. That was juice.
Really? It was just juice? I mean, she's literally denying things that we have on record, on video, on podcasts, on audio, on all of these different things, with multiple people testifying to the fact that she actually was drinking while she was pregnant.
No one believes her, bro. Like, she's not lying to us. She's lying to herself.
This is why I and many others are starting to wake up to questioning about this newfound image that she has going around on the internet. Instead of saying that she made some sort of horrible decision and all she can do is learn to live with her actions and move forward with a baby that she can love and all these other things like that, she's still denying any sort of accountability for what she did. She does that by rewriting history about a situation that we saw in 1080p.
She couldn't stop herself from smoking and drinking while pregnant. She did have the child, and this September he will be 3 years old. He still cannot walk or talk, and it seems like also has a hard time just sitting up on his own without assistance supporting him. It is heartbreaking. It is actually heartbreaking.
Truly.
And I don't know why what she's done isn't just full-blown child abuse. Like, I don't know how that's not just a crime. Like, it's all just right out there in the open. Like, it's not a secret.
As if her actions weren't already bad, she then decides to refuse to take any sort of accountability. So I'm supposed to believe that you've changed in all of this? And then there's this murder case that's been looming over her head for a minute. For the longest time, the internet was under the impression that Blueface, famous
I want y'all to just look at this picture, bro. You got Blueface, tatted up convict, who clearly doesn't have a respect for women. Chrisean Rock, tatted up convict, who clearly doesn't respect herself. And then you have this unfortunate, this unfortunate victim of this toxic relationship. He was brought into a world as a byproduct of two hurt individuals who are just constantly inflicting pain on people around them, bro. That is genuinely genuinely sad to see.
This rapper was the baby daddy, or is the baby daddy, of Chrisean Rock Jr. But it turns out that that may not be the case at all. There was this boyfriend that she was dealing with around the time that she got pregnant, and she was dealing back and forth between Blueface and this guy. And right before he was supposed to take some court-ordered DNA test, he ends up dead. But the problem is that there's been some speculation that she has been involved with said ending of this man's life, even to the tune of the police coming up and questioning her about her involvement, her thoughts, her opinions and feelings. She took this meeting without some sort of a lawyer present, and during this time, she would give what would be motivation for why she would end this man's life.
He is dead, bro. Y'all never asked me not one time how did I feel about it? Did it hurt me? Did it move me? At that point, I already stopped loving him. Not like that. When he died, I had no feelings in my body because it was like that person was trying to kill me before he left. He really was. He was trying to diminish my character, my image. He was trying to clout chase off of my son that I love the most. Like, people be doing stuff and don't know what be actually the after effect. What?
Now, for what it's worth, the police haven't named her to be some sort of suspect in this situation, but the internet is speculating about it, and there's a good amount of motive for her to do this exact thing, because ultimately he's bashing her name, and if the baby's not Blueface's, then that cuts off a whole section of her life that would continue to further the madness that ultimately does get her funded and paid very well. At some point, this stops looking like a bunch of random mistakes, and ultimately it looks like this pattern of behavior that's too hard to not like talk about and just brush it up against the wall and leave it for somebody else to sweep up. We can't do that anymore. Now, you're probably asking yourself, Omar, it's almost like you're framing it as if she hasn't changed at all from her past behaviors, and that's kind of what I'm doing. For what it's worth, Chrisean is not like a great person in this world. Granted, we can forgive a lot of things, but if you're not gonna hold yourself accountable or even continuously deny these actions, then ultimately, hey man, we gotta start calling the pot black, the kettle black. We gotta start calling a spade a spade. Chrisean Rock has figured out the ultimate blueprint in this content creation game. She has figured out that you can be horrible and you can get paid for being horrible. The algorithm rewards the horribleness of it all.
You know how much money he just made? He made 100K. I made like 60, but that was just from 2 days of hanging out with him. And I feel you, bro. Like, you know, like, okay, yeah, tighten up, da-da-da. Bro, I'm really just it's just business. It's just business. You feel me? I ain't even tripping.
The worse she behaves, the more attention she gets. The more attention she gets, the more content that can be put out there. The more content that's put out there, the more dollar signs she sees. Every fight becomes something that's a spectacle. It gets clipped, it gets circulated. And we know how the content creation.
It's so sad because, like I said, everything is happening and they're not the victims of their actions, bro. To be honest, you can see that they don't care about the life that they live. It's the child, bro. The same thing that we spoke about with this Lindsay Clancy case, people keep forgetting that the real victims are the children. I had an entire argument with one of my friends about the case because everyone is honing in on the fact that she was in some sort of postpartum depression. And that's the reason why she unalived her kids. Since when was it okay to unalive your kids? Since when was it okay to neglect your children? I feel like people are skipping over the fact that Chrisean Rock is an individual who was neglecting her child wholeheartedly, just not taking care of him, and didn't take care of him while he was inside of her. But I'm gonna end this video here. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one, man. Peace.